and Ainsley.
Right? You are the pro of the walk.
Thank you.
You love doing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Moving on, George Washington University is set to host a seminar this week that takes a closer look at, get this, Christian privilege and how Christians apparently get unmerited perks and have built-in advantages over non-Christians in the United States.
Caroline Hakes is a campusreform.org correspondent and a freshman at GW, George Washington University. She joins us now to weigh in on this. So, Caroline, what's happening on your campus?
Well, the Multicultural Student Services Center is hosting this seminar on Christian privilege, and I think I was very surprised to see this happening. Christian groups on our campus generally enjoy a lot of acceptance by the university administration, although I'm sure there are some student groups who would disagree.
Sure. You know, the namesake of your university, George Washington himself, a white male Christian who they would say enjoyed a great deal of privilege. Now, not setting aside the reality of race in this country, which we all understand, ultimately, and we need to address and have addressed, ultimately, I mean, is this not go to the heart? Why is it wrong to be a Christian, and how in the world does that lead to privilege?
Well, as a Christian, I think that this is disappointing to see. I think that the premise of the seminar, although I'm sure well-intentioned, is misguided. You know, I personally was taught to love my neighbor as myself, and that all of us are equal regardless of who we worship or the color of our skin. And so I really just hope that people don't take this to heart.
If anything, don't you feel like Christians are persecuted more now than ever in our country, or maybe not ever, but as of late?
I think that this seminar is a symptom of the larger issue of elements of Christianity being downplayed on college campuses and in the mainstream media. We see it, for example, with lack of reporting on Christians being persecuted in the Middle East, and with TV personalities ridiculing Vice President Pence for expressing how his faith informs him in his office.
Right.
You talk about that persecution. We've got some numbers of what Christians face worldwide today. Over 200 million Christians face persecution on a regular basis, especially in the Middle East, as you address. 1 in 12 Christians worldwide facing persecution. And the last one, Islamic oppression fuels persecution in 8 of the top 10 countries. Have you ever attended a workshop at GW about, radical Islamic oppression and what that does to people?
You know, I have not, but we have discussed the effects of extremism in many of my classes. I think that
Islamic
overall,
extremism or extremism as sort of this amorphous idea?
Extremism on several fronts. And I think that, as we look abroad and we see what Christians across the world face, I think that we can say that here in the United States, we definitely are privileged in the sense that we are not, threatened with violence for our beliefs. But there are definitely some things going on. Campusreform.org has reported incidents on other campuses, such as Bible studies and fellowships being banned or having their funding taken away. And so I think that's something to look out for.
All right, Caroline Hakes, thank you so much
for joining us. Make sure you check your unmerited perks with that Christian privilege next time you walk into class. Caroline, thank you. Appreciate it.